Have you ever stopped to wonder why people take to the streets, chanting, holding signs, braving all sorts of weather, and sometimes even clashing with law enforcement? What compels individuals to participate in protests, and what are the potential benefits and drawbacks of such actions? Protests, by nature, serve as a tool for expressing dissatisfaction or advocating for change. They are a form of communication, an expression of social or political discontent. Protests can bring attention to issues that might otherwise remain unnoticed. They can give a voice to the voiceless, providing a platform for marginalized communities to express their grievances and demands. Protests can spark dialogue, raising awareness about specific causes and potentially influencing public opinion and policy. However, the benefits of protests are not without their drawbacks. The act of protesting can be risky. Participants often face the threat of violence, arrest, or other forms of retaliation. Protests can sometimes escalate into riots, causing property damage and further escalating tensions. Moreover, while protests can bring attention to a cause, they don't always result in the desired change. Change often requires sustained effort beyond the initial act of protest. Further, protests can lead to polarization, deepening the divide between different groups within society. Instead of sparking productive dialogue, protests sometimes incite further conflict and hostility. The media can also play a role in this, as coverage of protests often focuses on the most dramatic and violent aspects, potentially skewing public perception of the issues at hand. In comparing and contrasting the benefits and drawbacks of protests, it's clear that they are a complex and multifaceted tool for social and political expression. They can bring attention to important issues, spark dialogue, and provide a voice for marginalized communities. However, they can also be risky, potentially escalate into violence, and sometimes deepen societal divides. To summarize, protests are a powerful tool for change, capable of drawing attention to important issues and giving a voice to those who might otherwise go unheard. However, they come with risks and potential drawbacks, including the threat of violence, the potential for escalation, and the potential to deepen societal divides. It's a balance of power and risk, of voice and silence, of action and reaction. So the next time you see a protest, take a moment to ponder the complexities at play, the potential benefits, and the possible drawbacks. After all, understanding is the first step towards meaningful dialogue and ultimately change.